As I think back in the year 1997 in the WWF, I find it interesting how the culture changed. On one end, the year started out differently and it ended differently. And it was cool to see the Attitude Era kind of come up towards the end of 97 after the Montreal screw job and everything else. But at this point, this 1997, WCW was still destroying the WWF in the ratings. And this would be the biggest Rumble attendance to date, I believe. 60,477 packed the Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, the man that would be on the very poster of this event. You had a couple of dark matches and a free-for-all match. I'm not really going to go over the dark matches, but the free-for-all match, Masquerita, Sangrada Jr., and La Parquita defeated Manny Mankind and Manny Vader. I didn't see the match, so I can't really give you a rating. You had a Royal Rumble intro and a Sid HBK video package, and I found it really, really bad to me how Michaels didn't want to do anything with Vader. I mean, it really made me upset, the fact that he didn't want to do anything with Vader. And I thought it was really messed up, to be quite honest with you. Because the original plan was Vader was supposed to win at SummerSlam 96, and they were going to have a big blow-off match here at the Rumble. But that didn't happen. Anyway, the WWF Intercontinental Championship, you had Hunter Hearst Helmsley face Goldust. This was a great match from a psychological standpoint. I really liked how these two guys kind of, told a good story in the match. Helmsley and Goldust really weren't getting along. Obviously, for them being in a feud, and they would both be in the Rumble match later on in the night. Goldust would actually get his comeuppance and would actually eliminate Hunter Hearst Helmsley later on in the night. But Helmsley got the win, and the match almost took 17 minutes. It was a little long, and I think that's what kind of took my rating off of it. But I give this match 2.75 out of 5, so 2 3/4. It was a decent opening match to open up the Royal Rumble. I mean, it was a match that you kind of wanted to get the crowd hot into, but it was also something that you didn't want to go too long, and told a good story. Next up, you had Ahmed Johnson defeat Farooq by DQ. This gets a star in 3/4. This was all about the Nation and how Ahmed Johnson had been in the Nation of Domination and had gotten kind of kicked out. And Farooq hit him with a chair, which caused Ahmed to win by DQ. It was just good storytelling, and it would kind of intertwine later on into the Rumble match when Ahmed was not even when Ahmed would eliminate himself and then come back later and eliminate Farooq. Yeah, Terry Funk had a segment. The Nation of Domination had an interview. Next up, you had Vader against the Undertaker. This gets 2 3/4. Vader won. Yes, it was a pallbearer distraction, but Vader actually won the match. Undertaker was not afraid to put him over, like Shawn was. I guess Shawn thought Vader was working stiff, but Vader won this match, and I think it was the right call at the right time. Of course, as you know, Undertaker would go on to wrestle. Undertaker would end up being the guy at WrestleMania that would win the WWF title. That was 97, though, going in with Michaels allegedly losing his smile and then them having to do the Fatal 4-Way and a whole bunch of different stuff. If I ever cover more 97 pay-per-views, you'll understand why it's such a big dilemma. But 97 was a great year. Next up, you had a random 6-man tag match. The WWF was kind of aligned with AAA, so it kind of brought Lucha Libres in. You had Perro Gallo Jr., may he rest in peace, Edgar Garcia, and El Canic defeating Jerry Estrada, Heavy Metal, and Fuerza Guerrera. This match, even though it featured a lot of guys that I really never heard of, I mean, a couple of them I've heard of, but most of them hadn't. They put on a good match. 3 1/4 stars. I liked the match. I thought it wasn't really a storytelling type match, but it was, they went out and they put on a good match for what it was. I liked it. The attendance in the comments, second year in a row, the Rumble match is not the main event. And this would be the Stone Cold Steve Austin show. Despite him being a heel, Stone Cold would last in this match for over 45 minutes and would get 10 eliminations. And I found it very, very funny how, and it makes sense to me now, why they set up the Fatal 4-Way. Late in the match, they had a setup, and I found it how they kind of like rushed it. They had 8 guys in. After not having an elimination for 15 minutes, they have 8 guys in and get it done in less than 90 seconds. Basically, they had 8 guys. Mankind and Terry Funk got eliminated. I believe Terry Funk got eliminated by Mankind after... What happened? Mankind got eliminated by The Undertaker. And then they were both brawling on the outside. The referees didn't see it. Bret Hart tossed Stone Cold out, but they came back in, and he tossed out Vader and The Undertaker, and then Bret Hart. So those last 3 eliminations shouldn't have counted. Bret Hart should have won the Rumble, but it caused Bret Hart to face Stone Cold at WrestleMania because they all faced off in a Fatal 4-Way at In Your House, which caused Bret to win, and he would drop the title to Sid, and Sid would face The Undertaker. Whew. Anyway, this was a great Rumble. I feel like Austin winning was the right decision, but I also feel like Bret, in a way, should have won. But I understand Austin winning. It was the right call to me to have Stone Cold win. To have Stone Cold win this match. It was a great call. Great decision. I loved the booking. Loved everything they had about this match. It was, to me, proper, in a way. But yeah, lasting over 45 minutes, coming in at the number 5 entrant, really makes you a star. And it was really, really important that they made new stars. And they ended up making a star. They would do the double turn at Mania 13 with Hart and Austin. That was always good. Main event, Michaels would win in his hometown of San Antonio. Not much to comment here. Really not a good match. 2 stars. Michaels had the flu, so I guess this was kind of his flu match, like George's flu game. But this match really wasn't all that good. Michaels had to carry Sid. I didn't like it. I gave it 2 stars just for the fact that Michaels won in his hometown. It was kind of a warm reaction, and it sent the fans home happy. But other than that, the match really wasn't all that good. I mean, just under 14 minutes. Michaels wins. I mean, that was kind of expected. Overall, though, I think I'll give the show a 6.5. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It did a couple of things right and had a good lead up to Mania, but then it was a big old thing after WrestleMania that was all complicated. And after the show led into things that would just be complicated. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just, I like the show overall. But I've definitely seen better Rumbles and I've seen worse. Next episode, we'll be talking about the 1998 Rumble, and which will be the Austin Show 2.0. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll be back with the 98 Rumble. Peace. I'm out.